Hi, my name is Rico, and thank you for checking out my YouTube channel. Now, this is going to include a bunch of different things. This is more so just kind of an intro of my first video, so I hope you enjoy it. Now, today we are playing in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Regional Qualifier. I've had a long history with Yu-Gi-Oh! Basically split up a lot. Played 15 years ago, really hardcore into it. I was a young kid, so I enjoyed Yu-Gi-Oh! Played a lot of it. Stopped playing for a long, long time. Kind of was a spectator, but not really. Then 15 years later, decided to come back, and I've been playing for about a solid, I want to say, month. So, got my deck, got everything going, and today we were playing in the regional qualifier. Pretty sure I said that, but today we're playing in the regional qualifier. Not sure how well I'll do, but I have been going to my locals every so often, just trying to learn the game, learn the meta decks and all that, and I think I have a pretty solid deck of my own. So today we're just going to see how we do. Today, not expecting to win, maybe a game or two, or a match or two rather, but mostly just looking to learn, have fun, and, crazier things have happened.
One day I'll be good enough. One day.
Oh, hi. Didn't see you there. So, uh, the the Rico this morning was very how should I put this? He thought he was gonna do a little bit better than he did. Did not. So we played 6 rounds today. I went 2 wins, 3 losses, 1 tie. Could have been better. Unfortunately, my 2 wins did end up being buys. So I, yeah, I didn't win today. That's okay. It's my first, regional. It's my first really big tournament. I think they call it a tier 2 tournament or whatever. It's my first big one. I did record the gameplay, but I'm pretty sure, well, from what I've been told, I'm not allowed to show it, which is unfortunate, and I apologize for that. I guess for tier 2 tournaments, I'm not allowed to do that. I can explain a little bit what I played against. There are things I'm still trying to learn, and I'll pretty much just catch you up to speed of what's going on. So today we played Heroes. The last time I played Yu-Gi-Oh competitively was about 15 years ago. That's like maybe around 2005, 2006, give or take. It's when the original Heroes came out, way before Synchros, way before any of that. And I played the original Heroes. Had a lot of fun with it. Then I guess I just stopped playing. Things happen. I was pretty decent. I wouldn't say I didn't top all the time, but I also wasn't the worst. I was like the middle pack. Sometimes I showed up and played really well. Sometimes I showed up and didn't play well. I was playing literally pure fusion hero back in the day because I like the archetype. It's really cool to me. That's just how I operate when I build decks. So when I came back 15 years later, I saw that heroes were still very popular. Decided I'm gonna build heroes again. Found out they're a little bit expensive. So then I figured out how I can pull it off, and then I ended up pulling it off. I have all the cards. I have what I need for my heroes. Now, the I guess so. What happened today was yesterday. There was a locals, in person locals. I went. I ended up winning the whole thing. I topped. I went 3-0. Really happy. I was super excited about it. It was the first time I had top since I've come back. I've been playing Yu-Gi-Oh again for about a month and a half maybe, and I topped. Really happy. People were really happy for me. The guys who were like showing me and trying to catch me up to the game, they were super duper helpful. So I'm really grateful for them and the shop I go to. Don't know if I can mention the name. I won't for now, but maybe in the future I can if I, decide to do more stuff. So I have all the hero stuff, and we'll do a deck profile in a bit, but I want to talk about what I played against. So my first match, I played against a Tri-Brigade player. Now I come back, and like Tri-Brigade is really popular. Invoke Shadal is really popular. Drytron is pretty popular. Rocket Link is pretty popular. That's the stuff or Dragon Link, whatever. That's the stuff I play against at my locals most of the time. So I have a good idea of what they do, but there's so many cards, there's so many extenders, there's so many different things that allow you to play Yu-Gi-Oh and allow your opponent not to play Yu-Gi-Oh that I forget. I'm human, so I do misplay a decent amount. But for the most part, I can kind of understand what those 4 decks do because that's what I see the most. Sometimes there's different rogue like Mystic Mine, and sometimes hero, which is me, and then another guy who started to play heroes. So sometimes you have little things like that, little Plunder Patrol. Sword Soul is a thing now. I played against it yesterday, beat it. It looked really strong. I just got lucky. Guy bricked, is what it is. So today, played against Tri Brigade. He just straight up had an answer to everything. I could not do anything. I built boards on Destroy Phoenix Enforcer and Plasma, and Dark Ruler no more. Breaks my board. What are you gonna do? That seemed to be the thing that just happened today. That I would build a big board, whether it was turn 1 and turn 2, and then on their turn they just had the right answer. Now, I don't know. It sometimes it's sometimes it's just unlucky. So that's just what I treated it as. I also played Dark Ruler, didn't draw one at all, but maybe you'll understand why I didn't draw one. So first set was against Tri Brigade, lost in 2. Again, guy had all the answers. It is what it is. That's okay. Match 2 was against Invoke Shadal. The guy took game 1, but I have played against Invoke Shadal a little bit, so I was able to stop most of his plays. But game 1, he did get me. He ended up he was able to go first, so he gamed me off that. Game 2, I went first. I gamed him. Pretty easy actually. Like he didn't brick, but I Ash Blossomed what I needed to. I know at least for that, and then like I impermed what I needed to, sided in what I needed to, and then did that. And then game 3, we had about 3 minutes left. We weren't able to do anything, so that was a draw. I mean, I'll take it, I guess. Usually with Invoke Shadal with heroes, I know some people who have problems against them. I tend not to, not because I'm a good player in any way, but I don't know, lucky maybe. It could be luck, but yeah, we drew with Invoke Shadal. Game match 3 was against what's that new Flunderies, Flawandery, the penguins, the birds. That is a very interesting deck. It looks kind of fun. Nah, I'm not gonna play it. I do have an idea of other decks I want to build, but not gonna play that. Basically, I don't remember its name, but the statue, the wind statue, just shut me off. And then the 2 times I could have summoned, he striked me, paid half his life points, destroyed my monsters. I couldn't do anything, unfortunately. So that is that. Yeah. So I lost in 3 in that one. So he took game 1 when I was trying to learn the deck. He was very nice explaining it to me, which I really appreciate in the Yu-Gi-Oh community. I've really only run into maybe 2 people I've had unpleasant interactions with. For the most part, though, everyone else has been super nice, which is always good. It's always nice to have a friendly community to come to. So yeah, he was super nice. He kind of explained what his deck did and like how to beat it afterwards and stuff like that. So that was really nice of him. I took game 2. I set up my board, Malicious Bane, Dystopia, like all the good stuff. Gamed him pretty much on my turn. So turn 2, gamed him, he bricked. So that was cool. And then game 3, hit me with the statue again, and then I couldn't get over it. He striked what he needed to strike, and then if you're paying half your life points to get rid of something, it sometimes it's gonna shut you down. So lost to that, which was okay. And then the last game was against, I'm gonna butcher this name, the Lyralisk. It's the little birds. They're all level 1. They all do funky things. That was really interesting to play against. Not something I would play myself, just because I'm a big artwork guy and like archetype guy. Not really my thing. It was pretty cool though. There was one play where I didn't realize that it would be a deck that ran Zeus, and so I impermed one of his Z summons. I thought it was the right play. Then he went to battle, attacked into me. We took no damage because of the effect or something like that. And then on his main phase 2, summon Zeus, popped my field. Really sucked. So that's something I'm definitely going to remember, is that deck does learn, or does carry Zeus. Maybe he's like crazy and not run, like he's the only person running Zeus, but deck runs Zeus, so I'm just gonna remember that. That's why the videos are being made. So basically, I'm gonna say I'm not a professional Yu-Gi-Oh player. I'm not this really good elite player. I'm coming back to the game. I built a deck that I really like to play and I have a lot of fun with, and this is kind of my journey to learn everything essentially. So Still learning everything. Now there's new decks I gotta learn, which is always fun. And yeah, so we got 2 buys, which I guess is cool. But in that same sense, I'd rather play, even if I lose both, because I know this is a regional qualifier and I know points matter. But at the end of the day, I'm nowhere close to being like a very competitive, good player that can top events consistently. And I need to get as many games in as possible to even potentially reach that level before I could even sniff it. So I would have rather played my 2 games, and if I got my ass beat, I get my ass beat. It is what it is. But yeah, so that is gonna do it for this portion of the video. We're gonna go to the deck list, what I think worked, what I think I can change, and then we'll just go from there. So yeah, okay, take it away.
Okay, so we have
my
the
hands.
deck profile here. So I have it split up. This is the monsters, all that stuff, fusion, and we'll do the side right here. So we will do the monsters and everything else first. So we're running 2 Stratos. Some people are still running 3. I've seen some people run 1. I don't really think you can go bad with either way. 2 is good for me just because Stratos is no longer the best extender in the deck. He's no longer the best combo starter. Just 2 is good. So we're running 2 Stratos gold rare because I don't know. I like how gold rare looks. So yeah, we're running 2 Shadow Mist. 1 isn't enough and 3 is too much. So 2 just seems to be the perfect, like, right in between. You can get your plays, get your plasma to your hand, anything else you need to do. Quick change if you can special summon it. Just really good. 2 Shadow Mist, super basic stuff. Nothing too crazy. The 1 Liquid Soldier. Now I was using before I had Liquid Soldier, I was using Solid Soldier and Ocean. But then I realized why use 2 cards when I can just get the 1. So Liquid Soldier is really good. Being able to do a draw 2 is awesome. Being able to discard stuff can be handy sometimes. And also the being able to just summon something from the grave, super helpful. He's kind of like a monster reborn in that way. So really good. The Honest Neos. The Honest Neos can be a brick sometimes, definitely, but it's just a really good card. I mean, I'm not gonna say really good, but like 2500 attack on the hero is really good. It's, you know, protects your Dark Law, protects just a bunch of other things. And if you need to get over something, 2500 attack right here. So Honest Neos, really good. Not great when you draw it, but that doesn't really happen as often. The pros far outweigh the cons. So for our Vision Hero package, we're running 2 increase. So I've seen people run 1 increase and seems to be good enough for them. I run 2 just because I have this ability to draw increase. Never really enjoyed doing that, so yeah, I run 2. I mean, I don't feel like 2 crowds the deck at all, so being able to do 2 different plays or 2 different Ferris combos is nice, and plus sometimes I want to pitch 1 to the graveyard, all that fun stuff. So 2 increase on that. We have the 3 Vision Hero Ferris. Ferris is really good. You have to run 3. You can maybe run 2, but 3 just seems to be the good spot. So run 3 of these, super duper good. More often than not, I start with 1 in my hand, which is really cool. So that's exciting. So Vision Hero Ferris, super duper good card. And then you have the best combo starter in the deck outside Fusion Destiny, the Vision Hero Vion. Vion is just straight up a powerful card. There's a reason you run sorry, trying to figure out the camera. There's a reason you run 3 of these instead of Stratos. You can run 3 Stratos and 2 Vion, but I just prefer running 3 Vion, 2 Stratos. You could also do 2 if you really want. For a while, Vion was at you would run 2 Vion, but it really just depends on you. So I run 3. I enjoy 3. It works. You know, pitch something to the graveyard, then remove it, get polymerization. You know, get the combo to add plasma. Really good. Onto our Destiny Hero package. Running 2 Malicious. If Malicious was at 3, you'd run 3, but you cannot because this card is just straight up good. Like it's kind of broken. Not gonna lie. Being able to just remove itself to special summon another one is really good. Super awesome for the deck. Extends to be able to get Cross Crusader and anything else you want. You could also fusion summon into Destroy Phoenix Enforcer, which is really cool. So that's cool with that. And then Denier, Destiny Hero Denier came out Burst of Destiny. I really like Denier. Obviously Phoenix Enforcer is the main card, is amazing. Denier, if you are a hero player, is you need Denier. Like even if you don't have Destroy Phoenix Enforcer, you still need Denier. Like that straight up. If you can't afford Phoenix Enforcer or you don't want to run it or whatever, but you're playing heroes, you need Denier. It's like, so I'm Canadian, so this is like a $4 card, give or take, depending. You need this card. This card is so good. You turn malicious potentially into 4 materials. Like that's insane. Super duper good card. Super duper good. Really love that card. It helped a lot today, but didn't really change the outcome because other reasons that I will show you guys. I'm running Dynatag and Celestial. You'll see after why. You'll see why after I'm still running these two in the extra deck. Celestial is just really good. It's a nice draw too, and then Dynatag being able to give a Destiny hero 1,000 attack, plus being able to being able to save yourself in hand is also really clutch. It won me locals yesterday when I played. Yeah, just both really good. And then you have the one Destiny hero Plasma. It's a skill drain, like, and now being able to get the combo of Plasma and Destroy Phoenix Enforcer on the field, like come on. You get a skill drain and then you get a Destroy Phoenix Enforcer's effect to just pop things. It's an incredible play. The one evil hero, a dusted gold. You don't need to run the evil hero package. I run it because I still think it's really good. I still think it's really useful. Destroy Phoenix Enforcer might be a little bit better. It's better than Bane, but Bane is also really good in its own right. So I'm running both. Yeah, Destiny. The heroes. It's weird because the heroes have so many different extra monsters you can run. Like you can't really go wrong. But Phoenix Enforcer is probably Phoenix Enforcer and Dark Law, maybe Cross Crusader are the ones you definitely need. Outside that, you can really go so many different ways. Absolute Zero too, maybe. So then we have the one Called by the Grave. I think this is a really good card. I don't think it's a staple in the deck, especially something like Heroes. You might be able to side this or just straight up not play it at all. I ran it today because I ran it yesterday. This is a build that I modified from yesterday, even though I won locals yesterday. I modified it today because of some spicy tech I wanted to try, and it ended up screwing me over, which is fun. Always fun, but I'm gonna be rebuilding for another local tomorrow. So, Call by the Grave, it's really good. Don't know if it's good. Yeah, it's really good. Just don't know if it's needed, but super decent card. Foolish Burial. Again, this isn't a card that's needed for heroes. It helps to start a play if your opponent stops your other plays. You can still Foolish Burial either the Malicious or sometimes Denier, I guess, or most likely Shadow Mist. I'm using the Speed Duel version just because I like how it looks. Yeah, Foolish Burial, not needed in the deck, but definitely does help with starting plays. A Hero Lives and Reinforcement of the Army. These should be self-explanatory. Hero Lives, don't know why it's only at 1. I mean, heroes are the only ones that run this. I don't think we could really abuse this, but super good. Just be able to summon one level 4 elemental hero from your deck. Half your life points. That's whatever. Usually it's going to be Stratos. Sometimes it might be Shadow Mist, but usually Stratos. And then Reinforcement of the Army. Add one level 4 warrior monster. You do have a few options with this. Usually you grab Stratos, and then depending on how your rest of your hand looks, you'll grab Ferris, and then you'll start comboing. Just Reinforcement's really good. I don't run E-Call in this just because I have 2 Stratos. Thinking about adding E-Call back in, like I'm thinking about modifying this deck before tomorrow's locals. Don't know if I want to run the Friday build again. The Friday build was good, but it also had its own issues, so might just start something, set up something new. 2 Cosmic Cyclone. Cosmic Cyclone, I can see the argument for Twin Twisters, but sometimes you don't want to discard a card. Even though you're playing heroes, and heroes love being in the graveyard, sometimes you don't want to discard one. Cosmic Cyclone just kind of does the same thing. Do have to pay 1,000 life points, but who cares? You know what I mean? We're already paying half our life points for Hero Lives, so 2 Cosmic Cyclone. And if I ever need any more spell and trap removal, I do have something in my side deck. 2 Dark Ruler No More. I'm thinking of bumping this to 3, so this is essentially my Forbidden Droplet. If I'm going second, this is essentially my Forbidden Droplet. You can run Forbidden Chalice, but the issue is Forbidden Chalice target, so that's its own thing. Dark Ruler No More. I mean, I don't think it's as good as Forbidden Droplet. Obviously, there's a reason this card's like $1 or $2, and Droplet's like hundreds. But it's good. Dark Ruler No More is actually a pretty good card. It does help break boards, especially going second with a hero deck. So, 2 Dark Ruler No More. Thinking about bumping this to 3 in my next version of Heroes. We have 3 Mass Change. You gotta run 3 Mass Change. I mean, if you're not running 3 Mass Change, why are you playing Heroes? Get you access to Dark Law, 2 Dark Laws. Get you access to Acid, Blast if you run it, Anki if you run it. Like, it's just a good card. Pretty self-explanatory. Be able to run through combos and stuff and double up during battle phase. So really good. We have our 6 different like fusion cards. So we have Dark Calling, Miracle Fusion, and Polymerization. Let me just move this closer. I've seen people run 2 Poly and 2 Miracle Fusion. I can definitely see why, especially if you're running like not some of the like heroes like non-malicious bane and stuff. I can see why you'd want to do that. I personally like 1 of each, but Polymerization is not a brick in heroes. The entire deck was created to fuse. So running 2 Polymerization, running 2 Miracle Fusion, you can totally do. I'm not going to do it just because there's other combos I want to make, but hey, you can 100% do it. Dark Calling is self-explanatory. It's for the evil combo. It's for Bane. Yeah, I've had this card for years, so it was just sitting there, and then yeah, just decided, yeah, I'll add the evil hero package. Running 3 Super Poly. Now, Super Poly is good for breaking boards. It's kind of another Forbidden Droplet as well, so I have to run 6 cards, or 5 technically right now, just to do what 3 droplets can do, but I kind of like Super Poly, being able to just break boards, being able to get a Starving Venom. Mud Dragon, I never summon. I just never have. The downfall of coming back to the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Is having to re-understand everything and understanding when Mud Dragon or what decks Mud Dragon would be good against. Still haven't figured that out, so this is a journey to get better, basically. So it's probably gonna be a long one. We have the 3 Fusion Destiny. Fusion Destiny, really good card. I wish this was only a card that heroes could use. It's just unfortunate that there's no way to do this. So Konami just basically, they Dragoon themselves again. And then depending on the deck, you either run Dragoon or Fusion Destiny. There's arguments for both. I'm obviously running Phoenix Enforcer because I'm using a hero deck. If I built any other deck, I would also use Phoenix Enforcer because 1, I already have the cards, and 2, I don't feel like spending the extra money. So then again, Fusion Destiny, really good card. Destroy Phoenix Enforcer, also a really good card. So you can't really go wrong with either. Just really depends on what kind of flavor you're looking for. So Fusion Destiny is really good. Now for so I have 3 hand traps in my deck, in my main deck. So 3 Ash Blossom, very, simple card. Stops a lot of things, pretty cool. This is self-explanatory. You can get away with 2 sometimes, but 3 just is perfect. And then the spicy tech that I did research on, and I was trying to find something that could help me maybe, get over stuff like Nibiru, because heroes have a hard time with Nibiru. 2 Fireflint Lady. So if you control a warrior monster, you can special summon this, and then you can send this to the graveyard to special summon another warrior from your hand, and that warrior cannot be affected by cards. So you can't target it with card effects this turn. In theory, this is spicy. In practice, this did not come up once today to be able to pull off that combo. This came up when I needed a good draw, and I drew this, and I lost. So I think I'm going to take these out. I have to rebuild, again, I keep mentioning, I have to rebuild this deck for tomorrow. These guys are probably not making it in. The issue with heroes is that there's so many cards you can, add, so that's going to be interesting. I do kind of want to run the Friday build again, the one I won locals with, but even that one had its own issues, so we're gonna rebuild and figure out something for tomorrow and just go from there. So onto the extra deck, we are running the one Destiny Hero Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer. This card is insane. The funny thing is that I don't summon him every game because I have game on board before I even do it. But people are so afraid of this card. It's incredible. So like when I do summon it, you know, it's just funny. I'm not gonna say GG, but it's just funny. Destroy Phoenix Enforcer and Plasma on the field at the same time, completely broken as long as they can't negate your effects. Just incredible. This card being able to not only weaken opponent's monsters per every hero, but like being able to pop something and then bring itself back. Super duper good. A little bit of spicy tech I'll show you guys with my side deck card. It's very gimmicky, but it did help me win a game today, so that was pretty cool. So Destroy Phoenix Enforcer, pretty much the boss monster of the deck now. Still running Dystopia. There's no Dangerous in here. I think just Dystopia is better. There are times where you want to summon Dystopia over Phoenix Enforcer. One, if you're almost at time and you need burn damage to win, Dystopia. You might laugh and you're like, oh, well, hero players will never go out. Hey, I mean, like, hey, sometimes games get long and sometimes it'll just happen. You'll go to game 3, you'll start, Dystopia, burn, time's over, you win. Is that cheesy? Yes. Is it a scumbag move? Yes, but it's Yu-Gi-Oh! So, like, you know, you watch some people play Solitaire. Is that kind of a scumbag move? A little bit. You know, so run the Dystopia, being able to pop something with Dynatag is really cool too. And being, just burn combos with Celestial very nicely. The one evil hero, Malicious Bane. Again, I don't think you need the evil hero package. It's just very, very, very good to have. If you can afford it, if you can do it, and like it works, do it. You know, there's no point not to. If not, it's totally okay. You don't really need Malicious Bane. You could add Trinity in here if you really want to, or any other like gimmicky card. You could add Verte in here as well over Malicious Bane. I still like Malicious Bane though. Still pretty solid card. It's basically a Regeki. Can't be destroyed by cards or monster effects. Just a good card. Then we have the one Elemental Hero Absolute Zero. Again, it's another Regeki if it leaves the field. Really, really good. This card tends to win me games sometimes, honestly. Like, just being able to do this and then mass change it into Acid and then blow up the monsters and the spells and traps. Really, really good card. Super good for, like, Liquid Soldier and stuff like that. So, Elemental Hero, Absolute Zero, super duper good. Then we have the Elemental Hero Sunrise. I think some people play 2 of these, and that's when they run 2 Miracle Fusion. So, I can see that. I just like the one. Being able to summon it, get the Miracle Fusion, and then anytime you're in battle, you know, this guy can pop a card on the field if it's with another hero monster. Plus, its effect to increase attack per each attribute. Really cool. It's just this is not a card that's going to blow, people away, but it's a solid card. And heroes in metas like this, you need cards like that. So that works out. We have 2 masked heroes, Dark Laws. Dark Law is a really good card. It's Macrocosmos with attack points. It's pretty self-explanatory, plus being able to rip a random card, also really good. Not a lot of decks can get over Dark Law. Not a lot of decks can work through Dark Law because they need to banish, or they need their graveyard. You know what I mean? Like, Dark Law is super duper good. Don't really have any complaints over Dark Law. I summon Dark Law almost every game. Every game, at least, Dark Law comes out once, give or take. We have the Mass Hero Blast and the Acid. Now, the Zero Acid combo, it's very YouTube montage worthy. It's good. It has won me some games, which is cool. That's why I keep it. But you can make the argument you don't need Acid. Blast, kind of the same thing, honestly. This is my first time using Blast today and yesterday. Yeah, are the first times I used Blast. I didn't mind it. I summoned it like once or twice to get over some stuff. It's not a bad card. Being able to spin something back for only 500 life points is pretty solid. And being able to have attack is really cool. Not sure I'm going to keep it in, but yeah, I can't really complain about it. Blast is pretty decent. Then we have our 2 super poly targets. Well, generic ones. Mud Dragon of the Swamp and then Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. Starving Venom really helps breaking boards because a lot of people like to summon dark monsters. Dark monsters are just a very popular attribute. Mud Dragon of the Swamp, I have not summoned this a lot. Straight up, I'm not gonna lie to you, I have not summoned this a lot. The issue with learning Yu-Gi-Oh again is learning when Mud Dragon is good. Into decks, I haven't really found a spot to just summon this thing. So, as I'm learning more and more, I'll figure it out. Maybe I'll swap Mud Dragon out. But yeah, haven't figured out how to get that guy out yet. Then we have the links, the extra heroes. So we have Cross Crusader. Cross Crusader 2 isn't bad. I'm curious of trying him at 1, just because I have never played a game where I've brought 2 Cross Crusader out. Obviously, like, if it gets stopped, it sucks, but, like, again, I've never brought out 2 Cross Crusader in the same game. It seems like a super situational thing where you would do that, and if you did, I feel like that game went long. But maybe I'm wrong, It's still a really good card, being able to special summon the Destiny hero from the graveyard, then bounce it back to the graveyard to add a hero to your hand. So it's super handy. Extra Hero Wonder Driver is the card I'm thinking of removing. I use it sometimes, but I don't use it enough to want to keep it. So being able to like summon Wonder Driver and then summon a monster in its zone and a special summon like another monster in it to reset the quick change of a fusion or whatever is handy. But again, I don't use it enough, and like I'd rather. There are so many other plays I feel like to just OTK or just go into other things that Wonder Driver just sometimes falls to the wayside. So, not sure I'm going to keep that in the deck. Then we have the one extra hero, Dread Decimator. Decimator, really cool name, really cool artwork, pretty decent effect. Points to 100 attack. This card, along with like another card, really just it'll win you games. Dread Decimator is just a really solid card, really good. You never take it out. I'm not gonna say it's a staple, but it's a card that's really hard to replace. Where there's some extra hero monsters that you can replace. Dread Decimator, I don't think you can replace, but the heroes are so versatile when it comes to the extra deck. It's kind of nice. This is the side deck we were running today. So we have 3 Ghost Bell and Haunted Mansion. Just get that down there. Right there. 3 Ghost Bell, Haunted Mansion. Came up a few times where I sided it in. Don't think I need to main deck it, but I definitely need to keep it on the side. It's useful. It helps. It's kind of like Ash, Can't really say much about it. So put that to the side. We have the one Droll Lockbird. I think I might need another one, but one seems to be serving me well. It, stops Drytron. There's other decks it stops as well that I can't think of at the top of my head. Cannot remember what else it stops, but it stops decks. It stops decks sometimes, so this is a really nice card. Oh, it stops Flunderies too, so really good card. Learned it stops that today. So we have the one Nibiru. I have a Nibiru one to stop certain builds, so into like Tri Brigade sometimes, into like Drytron. Nibiru is just a good card to just stop things. I also run it because Nibiru is really good against heroes, so don't want this to hit me. So we have the one Nibiru, just helps. We have 3 Artifact Lancia. Again, another good card for Tri Brigades, which is very prominent right now. Yeah, it just can stop them / slow them down. I got 3 of them, trying to make it as consistent as possible. Sometimes I only side in 2, sometimes I side in all 3. Really depends on, who I'm playing against and what kind of Tri Brigade build they're playing. So, yep. So, and I don't really see a reason to main deck any of those cards, if I'm being honest with you. We have the one Imperial Order. Now, you're probably thinking Imperial Order in a hero deck seems redundant. The nice thing about Imperial Order and Destroy Phoenix Enforcer is that I could set up my board of Destroy Phoenix Enforcer and Plasma, and then set the Imperial Order. On their turn, activate Imperial Order completely. Not only skill drain them, but stop all their spells. What do? And then on my turn, if I really need this to leave, I will pop Destroy Phoenix Enforcer at the end of the turn, destroy the Imperial Order. Phoenix Enforcer will go to the graveyard, bring back Phoenix Enforcer, and then I just neuter their entire their entire play. So Imperial Order, really good. It's a little bit spicy, a little bit gimmicky, but I like it anyways. We have the 2 Solemn Strike. Just nice for, getting rid of special summons or monster effects. I tend to side in Solemn Strikes against Tri-Brigade a lot, and it helped me win yesterday when I sided in both of these. I do have 3. Don't know if I necessarily need 3, but I got the 2. They're kind of handy. We have the 2 Imperms. Now, these were in my main deck yesterday when I won. I don't know why I thought I could take them out and put them in the side deck. I think I was just... I ran into the, I want to play this, I want to play that, and then Imperm just kind of fell to the side. So Imperm, probably going back into the main deck. I think it really needs to. It's just a super good, trap card. Or, counter trap. Hand trap, that's the word. Super good hand trap. And then we have the Harpy's Feather Duster. Again, it's just another removal. Harpy Feather Duster is a pretty solid card. Yeah, just remove stuff. Doesn't always come up, but when it does, it does. And then we have the 1 Crossout Designator. That's kind of why I'm running things like Nibiru and Droll, and like I have the Ghost Bell and I have the Ash, and I have the Imperial Order. Crossout also, usually if I side in one of the Nibiru or Imperial Order or like Droll, I also side in Crossout just because, if I ever run into it, I can cross out, negate it, and like still make plays. So the 1 Crossout's really good. This deck, I thought I would do a lot better with it today. I don't know why. I guess I was just feeling myself, but it didn't work out today, which is okay. Definitely learned a lot. This is not a deck build I would recommend. I'm only doing the deck build because 1, for my own sake, to keep it archived, and 2, to kind of like understand like the progression, the progression of what's going on and stuff. So we got that going on. I just want to be able to post this somewhere and keep it so I can understand like, oh, this is where I understood the game at that point. So tomorrow at Locals, I'll have a new build, and then if you guys are interested in seeing that build, maybe down the road I can post a video of that. If you're also interested in a video of hero combos, I can spin one of those out. There are some really good combos, especially now with Denier and Phoenix Enforcer and stuff. So if you guys want a video like that, definitely let me know in the comment section below. That's pretty much it. I want to thank you so much for watching. If you watched the entire video, you are my hero. I really appreciate you guys. Comment, rate, subscribe. Yeah, take it easy.